Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. This is part 2 for the week of April 18th. This right here is part 1, and if you haven't watched part 1 yet, it is linked up in the description down below, so make sure to watch part 1. But let's see here. With the gliding through the currents card, you have help appears in various ways. It says there is much support for you. Sometimes you may get so adrift you forget to look at the support systems that are with you continuously. I'm laughing because at the end of your last reading, I was like saying that I felt like I didn't use the word lost. I used the word consumed. I felt like I was consumed by something, which definitely can be something where you get lost. You lose track of everything else in your life. So I kind of get that feeling for you here, where maybe some of you are consumed by an issue, a problem, or an obligation, and there does seem to be help coming in for you. So to me, this is definitely like a blessing that you're receiving here, and it could be from other people, or we'll see. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is a disappointment, and I kind of get that energy for you here, where it's like the Knight of Swords, he is running towards the past. So if we go like this direction is the past in your reading. The first row represents the past, so this would even be the further past, right? And what I'm getting here is I feel like there's a need to make sure that you're not running away from something, that could be really good for you with that Chariot card. Some sort of change. In the Chariot, he's going away from the city that he was raised in. So where are you going? I don't know. Let's find out. With the Judgment card, you have the High Priestess. Trust your intuition. High Priestess has been coming up quite a bit recently, and the reason is, I feel intuitively that the reason is, number one, the universe wants us to trust our intuition. Number two, there is a lot of mystery right now. I keep telling people, and I've been saying this for years, the thing with Neptune and Pisces is like normally, I'm saying this because Pisces, right here, with Neptune and Pisces, we might have a goal, wish, dream, something we want to do, and normally, it's like normal energy. I think there are like milestones. There's like little clues that we're moving in the right direction. With Neptune and Pisces, I feel that those clues are gone. It's like there's almost like no feedback, which isn't true, because I do feel like if we're going in the right direction, we will get feedback. But maybe it just doesn't look like what we are normally used to when we're moving towards success. And it's like we're stepping into a mystery. I feel like Neptune and Pisces, part of it does ask us to break free from limitations, and it asks us to embrace mystery. So what the hell am I talking about? I mean, just to give you some examples of things that could happen, I feel intuitively with Neptune and Pisces, it's like maybe you're used to dating a certain type of person, and which is like a comfort zone. You meet a new type of person who comes from a very different background maybe, or who has a different belief system, but is a good person. Knight of Swords, maybe you want to run away because you want to run back to your comfort zone because you don't know how this works. It's like with Neptune and Pisces, I feel like we go towards comfort zones because we know exactly what the outcome is going to be, even if it means we're going to have a breakup, or we're going to get cheated on, or the person's going to leave us, or whatever. It's like we are kind of comfortable with the uncomfortable because we know how it's going to end, right? With Neptune and Pisces, we need to go towards something else where we don't know how it's going to end, which is actually truly scary. So I think, people always ask me, why do people always, gravitate towards bad boys, bad girls, whatever, right? And I'm always like, well, because it's comfortable. And they say, well, people get hurt doing that. They get cheated on. I'm like, yeah, but they know exactly how it's going to go. It's like, so I think that's why we do it, probably. One of the reasons, right? I think there are other reasons, but I feel like right now, that's one of the reasons. Same thing with business, right? I feel the same way in business, where people could be maybe, I would look at your habits. I'm not calling you out here, by the way, Aquarius. I've done this. I did this for years in my life, where it's like in business, I would like do things where I would sabotage myself when things were going well, because it's like I was used to less money, right? So there have been studies on this where it's like people who make like $50,000 a year, they'll go up to $100,000, and within a couple of years, they're back down to $50,000. Why? Because it's their comfort zone, right? They know exactly how things are going to go at $50,000. At $100,000, it's like there's scary stuff, right? Maybe they have to pay more taxes. Maybe, I don't know. Anything could happen, right? And so, again, I really feel this is kind of one of those readings, especially with that Chariot, about like seeing what's on the other side. Yes, it's a mystery. Yes, you don't know how it's going to end. But probably, as long as you match the energy, you're going to be very successful. Like I said, Chariot is about your inner world. It's like, I think it's a mind effort. I need to gather my thoughts on it because I think it's a dominant energy that everybody is dealing with. But the mind effort is it's like if you believe that you are the type of person that gets into a successful relationship, it's like then you will get into a successful relationship. But I feel like people are afraid of that right now, especially with Neptune and Pisces, because it's like you get into a relationship, then you revert to the old stuff, right? I don't know. I'm gonna have to put it together, Aquarius. With the Justice card, you have the Four of Swords, card of recovery. I feel like some of you need to balance your energy here. Like I said in the first reading, the Four of Swords is a card of recovery, but really I feel like this bottom row here is talking about recovery. With that with the Knight of Cups there, you have this Moth card. This can be a card of guidance, and for whatever reason, I'm getting the word guidance on this card. So I do feel like there could be some guidance coming in for you. I'm also getting the word surrender as well, which would make sense with that Chariot card. I don't think you're surrendering to like energy that you don't want to surrender to. I feel like it's asking you to kind of like get into a better energy. With that Six of Wands, you have the Nine of Swords. Get out of your head. Who cares what other people think as well, Aquarius? You know, what I'll tell you is this person here on this card, if I can get my finger right, this person, you can see their face. It's like they're jealous of the person on the horse. But I feel like you need to not care what people think. It's like people always ask me, it's like I have family members who are jealous of my success and all this other stuff. I'm like, you know what, you don't have to cut them out, you don't have to get rid of them. You have to get to that internal place, Chariot, like I've been talking about this whole entire time, where you truly don't care. Is it easy? Hell no, right? I'm a Pisces. I care way too much about what people think, and I've cared way too much about what people think for a very long period of time. It's something like I have to work on every single day, right? I'm far from perfect, but I feel like as long as you're working on it, then you're correcting the energy, and that's all that matters. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to like put in the work. And again, it's really hard, especially when it's like family members or things like that, I think, to just block it out. But I do feel that's what this is asking you to do, is just to not care what they say. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Ace of Swords, which is definitely a victory. So I do feel like there is clearly a victory coming in for you. Two aces. This week, all of a sudden, there has been multiple aces again. And it's kind of weird because a couple weeks ago, I had a bunch of readings in a row where there are multiple aces. And you might be saying, Chris, you used two decks. Of course there's multiple aces. But it's not true. Most of the time, I do not get multiple aces. Most of the time, I don't get any aces in readings. So it's pretty weird to me that all these readings have had multiple aces. But good. And with the Ace of Wands, you have the Nine of Cups, a wish fulfillment. Fun. By the way, Nine of Cups is about bathing in an energy. It's about like being in energy. Normally, the guy on this card, he looks kind of chubby because he's about to have a feast, but the card is meant to represent the fact that he is having a feast because he has had one before. And that's why he looks chubby, because it's just saying if you want something, you have to bathe in the energy. And I feel that's what's going on here, Aquarius. This is a pretty interesting reading is what I'm going to say to you. With that Broken Bridge and that Torch card, you have this Tree card. It says affairs with your family. Literally, I was just talking about this. I knew this was family for you right here. Six of Wands, Nine of Swords. This is family for sure. And you have this mountain says major challenge to overcome. The challenge is internal. The thing about mountains is, as I always say, where do you get the best views? At the top of a mountain. Here's the thing. Is it's like, I feel that the challenge for most of you is family. I'm cheating a little bit because of your astrology. I know that there could be some challenges because of your astrology, but what I would say here is that it's like one of those things. It's like I've seen this happen a million times where it's like someone becomes successful, their family members get jealous or whatever, so their family members want to bring you back to their comfort zone, right? And so they start doing things to sabotage what's going on. I feel like you need to protect yourself from that. Like I said, with that Nine of Swords there, I feel like and again, I feel like these are mental things that you are having to overcome maybe with that Nine of Swords. So definitely something to think about. And I feel like you need to make sure that something isn't consuming you here as well, Aquarius. With the Chariot, you have here you go, the Hermit. Guess what? The Hermit is standing at the top of a mountain. He is shining his inner light. He is an example for others. He has gained wisdom. I say all the time, with all the energy that is in Aquarius right now, our job is to be like a star for everybody else. Our job right now, spiritually, if you're wondering what your spiritual purpose is right now, it is to kind of shine your inner light and be an example for other people. So it's like by you being successful, even though people in your family, or maybe it might not be family with that tree card, I do feel for a lot of you it is. For others, it could be something else. What I would say here is that it doesn't matter what they say, number one, and it is your job to be as successful as possible because, then you're helping them raise their game. They're going to see it's possible for them. And if they don't, then that's on them, right? Plain and simple. With the Page of Cups, you have the Four Wands, marriage. For some of you, this could be a person coming in for you that you could marry. For others, I feel like this is talking about freedom and needing to set yourself free. I feel like you need to set yourself free from, the expectations of others and all that other stuff. It really wouldn't surprise me, again, if you're becoming more successful in life, if people are starting to try to pile up responsibilities on you. And I would just start drawing some healthy boundaries here. You don't really have any cards of boundaries, but just intuitively, I feel it. Just so you don't take too much on, right? With the Two of Pentacles, the World, in your first reading, I was talking about how we're kind of like entering into this new world. And sorry, I think this is upside down. This whole deck is messed up. I don't read reversals, but, I feel like we're entering into this new world. And, maybe it's not a mistake that it came up in reverse because, again, I feel like you need to step into this new world. I feel with that Chariot, it's like you need to allow the universe to guide you. The easiest way is going to be to work on your inner world, like I said. And the World card is a card of success, so, and achievement, but I feel like we're entering into this new world. Could be a little challenging. I want to get an outcome row. You have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups could be love, and it can be a soulmate, but Six of Cups is also a turnaround. It is obstacles being removed from your life. It can be like a gift from the universe, which is really nice. Middle row, Knight of Swords. Don't go back to the past. Everything you want is this way, not this way here. It's like, yeah, this way is comfortable, right? But this way is better and will be the new normal, will be the new comfortable for you, is going this way. So go towards the future. And bottom row, King of Wands, being bold, being assertive. He's very bold, assertive. He's very brave as well and confident. He just goes towards things. And that's what I feel like you need to do here with this energy. And the King of Wands is kind of giving me fake it till you make it. I don't like fake it till you make it. I think you should just be something, right? So I'm not a big fan of the whole fake it till you make it thing. I think there are times where it is beneficial, is what I would say here. I am a big fan of irrational self-confidence, which is kind of similar, right? Being very, very confident in things or that you are doing, right? We're not talking about ego confidence here. We're talking about something different. But what I would say is I do feel like you need to be bold, assertive, really go for something. And again, that Chariot card is kind of about taking in the energy internally, working on your inner world, because then it will match your outer world. Pretty powerful stuff here, Aquarius. It's going to be interesting to see the next few months for you, but I think they're going to be good. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.